Published November 11, 2017 at 800 am. Updated November 10, 2017 at 10:27 p.m. Make text smaller, make text larger. Calling for unity. David Burt. The premiere photograph by Blair Simmons. David Burt called for a chorus of unity in the wake of the Paradise Papers yesterday. The premier told MPs that he was confident Bermuda's reputation would survive the recent revelations contained in the hacked documents. He said the reports of Bermuda's demise are greatly exaggerated. Mr. Burt noted a coordinated police criminal investigation into the hack is underway in several jurisdictions, including Bermuda, and said he had asked regulators to step up their game. Mr. Burt told the House of Assembly that his sole concern was Bermuda and her reputation. He said, "I am confident that Bermuda's reputation will survive this latest series of events. Within the government, targeted action has been taken to manage the continuing impact of this disclosure. All relevant ministries are working together to coordinate responses as required, but more importantly to strengthen systems of oversight where necessary and communicating clearly that Bermuda is the same sound place to do business it has always been. The depth and breadth of our energy and skill is such that we can meet this challenge, emerge stronger and continue the work of building a fairer and better Bermuda." Bermuda found itself at the center of an international storm after the Paradise Papers were made public last weekend. The documents were unveiled after a year's work by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, who worked with nearly 100 media organizations around the world. The files include financial statements, emails and loan arrangements going back decades. Around half of the documents came from a cyber attack on Bermuda-founded firm Appleby. Mr. Burt said, "To be sure, this is not the coverage we would have wished for, but in these times when onshore interests are ascendant at the expense of offshore livelihoods, we must meet falsehoods and inaccuracies with facts. The unassailable facts are Bermuda is not a tax haven and this is not a jurisdiction to hide money. Our regulatory regime is internationally known to be robust, fair and respected. Bermuda's reputation is one that stands equal to any international measurement and in some cases exceeds the regulatory rigor of our critics." He added, "I have privately urged regulators of all stripes to step up their game and to use the fullest extent of their powers to make sure that regulated entities meet their obligations. I believe this is the best way to address adverse publicity. Actions will speak louder than words." Mr. Burt said, "Too often our local politics are used to stoke the flames of division between political parties and the financial services sector of this country. This is not a game, and so perhaps we can now put an end to the nickel-and-dime approach to travel and face the stark reality that more than ever on this issue Bermuda needs a chorus of unity and not the dissonance of partisan dissent." During the motion to adjourn, PLP backbencher Rolf Kamaching said not all share the view that the Paradise Paper revelations are nothing but a storm in a teacup. Mr. Kamaching added, "Certainly what has been revealed thus far speaks to a degree of venality and greed that is unprecedented, because what the revelations have done is remove a veil that for decades obscured the view of those who were using offshore locations such as ourselves to avoid carrying their fair share of taxes in their home countries." He said the origins of this trend for the past 3.5 decades can be traced to the 80s, as a byproduct of the so-called Reagan-Thatcher revolution and the underlying assumptions that accompanied it and which shifted the world's political economy, particularly in the Anglo-Saxon world, I guess of which we belong, in a totally new direction. To read Mr. Burt's statement in full, click on the PDF under Related Media. Make text smaller, make text larger.